Alright, hello folks. We're back for a little bit more standard. Went 6-3 in the PTQ yesterday, unfortunately. Not quite good enough for, certainly not for the top 8, and not even for the top 32. But not a bad run overall anyway. I'll take it. But we will keep chugging along. Got another PTQ in, I think, about 2 weeks, so we'll be playing in that one. And I'm not convinced that I shouldn't be still playing Black-White. Black-White actually wound up taking down the whole PTQ. I think the guy actually went like 12-0. He just didn't lose a single round. So I think the deck's good, and I feel like it's just got the tools to beat all the decks in the format. I don't know if it's better than all the decks in the format. How often is that the case? But I think it is quite good, and just gonna keep honing my list and gonna keep, honing my ability to play it. So let's get right into the games. I made a few minor alterations to the deck. I took out a Walking Ballista for a Thopter Arrest. I feel like a lot of people are kind of doing roughly this mix. I also took out the Scavenger Grounds just for Plains. And switched up the sideboard a little bit, put in some Aetherfare Harvesters and a Argyl's Dead Blood Feast over the Shalais and Doomfall. I just found I was not really boarding in the Doomfall. Perhaps I should be, but I just really wasn't wanting it. So let's go ahead and get started here. Also switched out for the full art lines here, which is key. Alright, this looks like a good hand. Definitely it's a keep. Only question is, do we lead with a white to cycle cast out? Or do we hold up Fatal Push? I think the answer is we want to cycle the cast out here. Because against Unknown, I don't know. Not that many decks are going to have a turn 1 for Fatal Push. It looks like we were correct there. And I think we definitely want to cycle this because we just need to make sure we hit some land drops here. Alright, well now we'll go ahead and just get Heart of Kirin out. That way we can play Scrounger next turn and crew it. Hey, what's going on, Josh? Just getting started here. Alright, so let's see if our Scrap Heap Scrounger will resolve. I'm gonna put my land, that way I can leave a Fatal Push, even though I don't suspect we'll be needing Fatal Push against blue-white this early. If he wants to Essence Scatter this, it's really not that big a deal. And he cannot seal away our Heart of Kirin, though of course he can seal away the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Looks like he's going to. The good news about that is, well, we could actually Fatal Push this guy right now. It's probably our best use of Fatal Push, because it gets the guy in the graveyard. Hey, what's up, Shelly? And John and or Julie. So yeah, let's go ahead and Fatal Push our guy. Because I don't think Fatal Push is going to do anything else against him. And we'd much rather him be in the graveyard. That's also going to give us white permanent for Knight of Malice, so that's good as well. Eat a butt. How rude. How rude. If we draw a white source, our turn's a little murkier in terms of what we want to do. Seems like we should probably play History of Benalia. Alright, we did draw the white source. Yeah, I think I'll just play the History of Benalia. Could have Disallow, but we'll just have to live with that. This doesn't play around Syncopate for 2, whereas Knight of Malice would, but Knight of Malice doesn't play around Essence Scatter. Okay. Now, if we draw an untapped land next turn, do we just slam the Angel? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get the Knight down. Let's see what he has to say about that. Alright. And he cannot seal away. Yeah, we're up against the counters. Yeah, the history couldn't crew, but I just felt like that was going to get out more pressure anyway, and I just wanted to use my mana more efficiently. It kind of worked out because now I can play both Knight of Malices this turn. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get him. So it is a little bit awkward if he's got Fumigate next turn. If we want to play our Knight of Malice here. But I think I'm still just gonna risk it. This may just get countered, which would be pretty much ideal. I'd rather him much rather him counter this obviously than fumigate it. And then the counter also gets the counter out of his hand for Lyra Dawnbringer. So he's got Syncopate here. Okay, no problem. I guess Essence Scatter wouldn't make a lot of sense. He would have Essence Scattered that, so Syncopate's really the only thing he could have had their counter was. And it's almost certain he doesn't have Fumigate now. He could have Teferi. Teferi would actually be somewhat annoying if we don't draw land. But we can't Teferi away the Knight of Malice because it's got hexproof from white. Is he playing his Teferi now? Looks like he's probably playing a Teferi. He's gonna blink of an eye. I mean, the seal away doesn't really do that much. If you draw land here, I'm definitely playing. Okay, well that also works. Because now we get to... Well, we only get attacked for 6, but I'll still take it since we don't have a white permanent. And he gets to seal away our Scrounger, but that's not that bad. Because we're going to put him down to 6 here. And we still got Angel in our hand as soon as we draw land. Unfortunately, no way to get back our cast out. So he's going to seal away the Scrounger here. And then he's got 4 up, but he doesn't have Settle the Wreckage because he's only got 2 white and he had to use one of them. Alright, well let's go ahead and crew. Let's see what he has to say about this. He could have Blink of an Eye. I guess we could have played the Angel first, but I kind of wanted him to maybe do something in combat, but maybe that's wrong. Like, he could have Blink of an Eye here. Could have played the Angel to crew, and then it'd be attacking for lethal. Could have been better, but, well, we're past that point now. I guess I kind of wanted to be able to see what he's going to do in combat, but it may not just make any sense to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Angel down. And this may get countered. Okay, did not get countered. So now he's got a few threats to deal with. So he's probably drawing cards here, I'd imagine. Alright, pull for tomorrow for 2. So that's not too bad. I mean, we possibly could have just killed him though. And so it may have been a mistake. I guess I thought he was going to have something, but now that I think about it, it's like basically just this one card that he could have to deal with crude attacking Heart of Kirin with the mana that he had. Because the idea was if he had something, then it's going to protect this from counters. So it may have been an inaccuracy there. Bibliopoly. What is Bible? Oh, is Bibleopoly like Monopoly with... You've got like random Old Testament places and stuff instead of... So this looks like a Settle the Wreckage type situation here. A Gear Hulk would allow him to blink of an eye. How do we want to proceed here? Maybe crew Heart of Kirin with the Angel and attack with Malice plus Heart of Kirin. It does allow him to blink of an eye the Heart of Kirin and kill the Knight. But that's not that bad because we just get to replay the Heart of Kirin and then get back our Scrap Heap Scrounger. So I think we'll go with that route. And if he has Settle the Wreckage, I think it's like roughly the cheapest we're getting out of it. I think attacking with one creature is just too conservative because, I don't know, then another Blink in the Eye or Gear Hulk is just too bad. Though I don't think the decks that play Gear Hulk play Pull from Tomorrow. So I think we're probably just up against Settle the Wreckage here. Maybe we could just attack with Knight of Malice. Because I don't think the decks that play Gear Hulk are playing Pull from Tomorrow. I think they're playing the 4-mana draw cards. So it's almost certainly Settle the Wreckage here. I wonder if we could get away with just attacking with one thing. It really only sucks if he's got another Blink of the Eye. But I feel like he's probably got... So yeah, I don't think he's got Gear Hulk. And then I'd rather not lose Heart of Kirin. Like yeah, this might be wrong, but I think I'm just going to attack with the Knight. And he's probably going to have to pull the trigger on Settle the Wreckage, because even if he's got Seal Away, it doesn't deal with it. Yeah, let's just attack with the Knight here. Let's see if he pulls the trigger on Settle the Wreckage, which he might have to do. Just concedes. Okay. Didn't even have Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, I don't like I said, the one situation I think there that screws us is if he's got Blink of an Eye. He could have also just had like Seal Away in his hand, and that's why he conceded to that. Okay. So we're up against Control. So my sideboard's a little bit different now. I actually took out some anti-control sideboard cards because it wasn't that popular in the previous PTQ. I think these are all good. I don't think we want anything like Ether Sphere Harvester. I think that is pretty much relegated to the faster matchups. But that's a new addition to the sideboard here. I think I took out the Shalais for it. Argyl's Blood Feast should be good just to get some card advantage. I'm not sure all of the situations you want to bring that in, but I guess this is one of them. So we definitely don't want Fatal Pushes. What's up, Beers? How you doing, man? We don't want Thopter Arrest. It doesn't really get anything relevant because it can't get enchantments. And then Walking Ballistas are pretty bad. They do pump up Toolcraft Exemplar, which is noteworthy. Could consider taking... Probably do want to take out a land on the draw, just like a Plains. And these Walking Ballistas, I think. Because Walking Ballista just doesn't do all that much against Blue-White. Really, all it's doing is helping out the Toolcraft Exemplars, which is not negligible. I mean, also because it helps out the Karn, but yeah, we'll go with this. What are some of the choice squares in... What is Boardwalk in Bibleopoly? Is that like heaven? Seems like kind of tacky to get heaven. Like, it seems like for most of the Bible sites, it's kind of tacky to put like hotels and shit on them. It's like, oh, welcome to the land of Judah. It runs with overflowing with milk and honey. But, you know, I've got a nice hotel here, so you're gonna have to pay. Or like taking out a mortgage on, you know, on. I wish I knew more Bible locations. You'd think I would. Taking out like a mortgage on Bethlehem. I don't know. It just seems kind of tacky. All right, looks like a pretty ideal hand here. So the big question we're gonna have, obviously, turn 1 we're playing Toolcraft Exemplar. Our turn 2. I mean, the obvious play is to play Heart of Kirin. And I don't think there's a consideration for duressing there. Open a Karn today, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I think we'll just play Heart of Kirin here. You could have Syncopate. I'd rather get Heart of Kirin Syncopated than the Blood Feast. And I don't think I'm too tempted to... I mean, I guess another line is I could have duress turn 1 and then play the Blood Fast. Blood Fast, not Feast. I feel like I'm always on a Blood Fast. I never eat blood. So this gets him if he has just Essence Scatter. If he has Syncopate, then anything was getting countered. And if he's going to seal away our Toolcraft Exemplar, that's not a big deal.
That was probably like the best moment.
Like he's got to if he's got it, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Because now it's going to give us a permanent for our Knight of Malice. Hopefully we draw a land. Ideally a black source, but just hopefully some kind of land so we can duress first. Perfect. So let's go ahead and duress. And I think I'll just get down Knight of Malice, assuming the way is clear. He's going to destroy that. Okay. So I think actually we'll get... Alright. So he's got Cast Out, Essence Scatter, Disallow. Maybe we just take Disallow and then play our Knight this turn, and then he's not... He's gonna have to spend 4 mana, which he's only got a tap land to play the Cast Out. And so he's not gonna be able to cast out Argyl's Blood Feast very soon. And yeah, the Essence Scatter, I feel like we can play around for a few turns. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Take the Disallow. Get our Knight of Malice down. I keep calling it the Blood Feast. It's the Blood Fast. Which is strange. That's just a strange terminology. Yeah, okay. So now, attack for 3. Land's okay. Obviously, we'd rather have an untapped land in this scenario, but I'll take a land of any kind. And we'll get down the Bloodfast. I don't know if he was actually thinking about something there. I don't know what he would be thinking about. He may just want to cast this out right away. So that we don't untap with it. Sorcerous Spyglass, okay. Sure he's gonna name Argyl's Blood Feast fast. Alright, he's got Essence Scatter and Cast Out in his hand. So we're gonna have to consider what we want to do next turn. Since obviously if we draw land, any kind of angel is gonna get countered. If we draw a cheaper creature, that actually puts him in a tough spot. Okay, well we'll play that good. And then he kind of has to use his Essence Scatter. I mean, he knows we've got these 2 5-drops in hand, but what else is he gonna do? Because, I mean, he's got the Cast Out that he can use on one of these 5-drops, so... He's gonna get him either way. But I suspect they'll at least resolve this way. Not getting Essence Scattered. Not sure I understand not Essence Scattering there. Like this, we don't really have to do anything. We can just keep attack. We just attack for 6 3 turns in a row. He's got no way to interact with our board. Even if I draw land, I'm not going to play anything here. There's just really no point. He can't cast out our guys because of the hexproof from white. And these guys kill him in 3 turns, so... I think you have to Essence Scatter the Knight of Malice there. Just doesn't seem optional to me. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and attack for 6. He's got the Sorcerous Spyglass on it. So I can't use it. Alright, let's go ahead and duress. And I guess we just take Essence Scatter. Just because cast outs just cost more mana, so it's just gonna limit what he can do more. And he can't cycle to cast out. Alright, he's gonna draw 2 cards off that. Alright, search for Escanta. Doesn't seem like it does too much, so he's just got cast out in hand right now. I think if we draw a land, okay, that's also pretty solid. So he's got 2 unknowns, so that's first attack, first 6. I think we'll just fragmentize. Maybe we should just fragmentize search for Escanta. Nah, I think we want to fragmentize Argwell's Bloodfed, or the Sorcerer's Spyglass, I should say. Alright, he's down to 6. I think this is going to work out better. It's got a counterspell. Okay, fair enough. Does get to flip it, but he's just gonna take too much mana if he wants to activate that, I think. I mean, he got a scry off it. Maybe it's better to fragmentize the search for Escanta. Could well be the case. Alright. Yeah, we're attacking with both. If he's got, as his other card, if he's got Settle the Wreckage, it's reasonably good for him, but I don't think we're playing around that at this point in time. Alright, looks like he does not. So the only question is here, do we play another Knight of Malice? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Because he's going to see 4 cards that can find him a Fumigate or Settle the Wreckage. It's hard to say, though. It's actually somewhat tough. Because he's basically got to get one of those 2 cards. But, I mean, he gets to look at a fair number of cards to find that. Alright, let's not. He doesn't really have much spot removal that kills these guys. Because almost all of it's white. Is he activating the Escanta? Cycling that first. And then activating Escanta? There we go. Let's see what he gets. A Disallow. Okay, Disallow doesn't seem like it's that great here. If he has a land, then he gets to Escanta for Settle the Wreckage and potentially get it. Okay, I'm not sure what sorcery speed he's really going to get here. Alright. So, win the first match. I don't think I've lost once to Blue-White with this deck. The match, that one actually felt relatively good. A lot of times it feels like a giant grind, but it just seems like it's a good matchup. I'm not sure if Blue-White's just not good at all right now. I could believe it if someone told me Blue-White's just not good at all. I've seen it from the perspective of Black-White, which Black-White is kind of like, if there's a tier 1 deck, I think Black-White's a tier 1 deck. It won the PTQ yesterday, and it won the Star City previous week. I don't know if there was a Star City this weekend. Maybe anyone out there know? Was there some standard Star City this weekend? Let me look on their site. I don't even know what day it is. No, was there? That's decks. I don't think there was one this weekend. I don't see it under events or under their deck list section, so I'm guessing there was no Star City event this weekend. So, no new points from there on the metagame. But, I mean, if you're... I think people are probably... The decks they're most taking into account have got to be, like, Black-White and Black-Red. And also, probably, like, the mono-green type decks with Steel Leaf Champions and stuff. But yesterday I was thinking about it after the... Alright, this looks like a keep to me. Got all of the arts of Isolated Chapel. And I guess we're just leading with planes here, because why not? We could consider if we're going to cycle cast out, depending on what he plays. Against a deck with Forest, I'm definitely not cycling cast out, because there's some really problematic permanents that they have. Like Ronus or Galta that are just tricky to deal with. Alright, let's go ahead and get Concealed Courtyard down and play our Knight of Malice. So, it's almost certainly mono green, probably playing like Heart of Kirin, Steel Leaf Champion, Ronus, Galta. Always good when they don't have a turn 1 Llanowar Elf. Okay, let's Fatal Push this guy. Not a giant number of Fatal Push targets in that deck. Well, at least for the 2 mode. The 4 mode can be a little bit trickier to get going. And yeah, definitely don't want to cycle cast out, because... I mean, even though a Ronus here wouldn't do anything, we would want to get rid of it. They usually are playing black just to splash, like, Scrap Heap Scrounger main deck and then some sideboard cards. Alright, Steel Leaf Champion probably going to cast out, even though there are scarier things to deal with. So let's just go ahead and do that. It also gives us a white permanent. I've got some cards I've added to my sideboard for them. Alright, so we can Deadlands that guy next turn if nothing else. Looks like he hit a Forest off of it. So we don't even really need to. Okay, Scrounger doesn't concern me right now. Yeah, guess we'll just go ahead and Deadlands the Branchwalker, because we don't have anything else to do, and we've got another Deadlands if we need it. Let's just attack first. If he wants to chump block, then by all means go for it, sir. It's not a bad idea just to keep down the amount of power they have in play too, so that, because Galta, if you don't have Cast Out or Thopter Arrest or something, is just very hard for this deck to deal with. And so, kind of like denying him mana in a small way by killing all of his little guys. And alright, he's got the double Explore guy here. I heard someone refer, I think maybe it was Josh, they call him Bertoncini, which is cute. Alright, so he's going to keep Galta on top. But hopefully we can kind of negate that by just killing his guys. We can't kill this 4-3, unfortunately. But we can at least put 2 counters on it, which is something. So right now he's got 7-8 in play, so he could play Galta next turn, whereas if we put this down to 2 power, he's only going to have 2, 3, 6, so Galta's going to cost 6. Which he can play. I guess we could Deadlands. Okay. So that's interesting. Fortunately, can't do that plus the Fatal Push. And there's no way for us to have a permanent leave the battlefield. Yeah, I don't see too much of a way to stop him from killing, or from playing Galta next turn. What happens if we kill the Scrap Heap Scrounger? And then he's going to go down to 4, 5 power, and if he has a land, then he can play it for 7. And then also, I mean, he can just bring that guy back, and he'd be up to 3, 7, 8, and play it for 4. So, yeah, I don't really see a way to stop Galta from coming down next turn, unfortunately. Galta is certainly a giant pain in the ass. So he's gonna have 5. I mean, I guess killing Scrap Heap Scrounger is probably the best bet. Because he could, I mean, he's got to have a land in either his last card or his top of his deck. Or no, if I kill Scrounger, then he can just bring it back, and then it's gonna be 7, 8. Yeah, then he can just play it. What if we kill Llanowar Elf? He's got 7, and it's just gonna be 5. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Really not a way to do this well. Really not a good way to do this. Galta is a hell of a card. That is for sure. I guess we just kill Llanowar Elf. He's got 7 power, plays it for all of his stuff, and we just like have to hope to draw. We just have to hope to draw like Cast Out or something, or Gideon. Tough spot, tough spot. Hey, thank you for the follow, Viclum018. Well, I guess we'll kill... I guess I'll just put it on this guy. That's gonna save us the most life. I mean, yeah, our only hope is to draw, like, basically a Cast Out. It's not good, though. I don't feel good about myself for doing this. So he's gonna have 2, 5, 6, and he can still cast Galta. He sure can still cast Galta. 12-12 is gonna be an issue. 12-12 is certainly gonna be an issue. Yeah, so we got 2 Cast Outs and a Thopter Arrest. Gideon is much less good solution. Alright, I guess 6, guess he's got a land as one of the cards in his hand. There's the land, and there's a 12-12. Alright, so we got 3 outs out of 48. That's like 50-50 by my calculation. Okay. Gideon's something. Like we don't just die. Like we actually get to continue playing Magic here. We can't attack, but we do get to continue playing Magic. And I mean, he can't really attack. He gets to like suicide a bunch of stuff, but little does he know we've got a Fatal Push here. Okay, well, can't complain too much about that draw. Even suiciding stuff, he doesn't have enough to kill Gideon. Like we just first strike down the Scrap Heap Scrounger and kill these guys. Okay, that's interesting because he gets to put that on him. Which I suspect he'll do. And so then I guess we'll have to... If he puts it on that Llanowar Elf, which might actually beat a Mourn 2 to play. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll let him attack with everything now. He thinks he gets to kill Gideon, but we get a Fatal Push the Llanowar Elf and first strike down the Jade Light Ranger, and Gideon will survive with 1 loyalty. I don't think we'd really know anything about the last card in his hand. Hopefully it's not a Blossoming Defense, but we can't do anything about a Blossoming Defense. That's just gonna be no good. He's attacking us. He's very confident about this attack. Alright, let's hope no Blossoming Defense here. I mean, I guess we could have done that before blocks just to see what was going to happen if he had the Blossoming Defense or not, but... Blossoming Defense is just real bad. So it may not really matter what we're doing if he's got the Blossoming Defense. Alright. Let's plus on him again. It doesn't really have anything going on. I guess we'll play our land. Like, our offense is definitely well stopped, but we would certainly be dead without Gideon here. Jade Light Ranger. It's quite a card. So he's got a Heart of Kirin. He's probably going to keep that because that's going to fly over to kill Gideon, albeit somewhat slowly. I suspect Jade Light Ranger was probably what he drew last turn. Or maybe drew the... Or drew this turn. He probably drew the Hashep Oasis the previous turn. I don't think any attacks here makes sense. Alright, let's keep plussing down this 12-12. Play another Knight of Malice. Another Knight of Malice is not doing all that much. But at least holds down the fort. We're going to need to come up with some answer for Heart of Kirin, though we got a couple turns. I don't know if he's going to come... He might just come at us with the Heart of Kirin, because we're dead in two strokes to it. But that does give us a couple draw steps to try to find an answer. Which could be like our own Heart of Kirin, or something. History of Benalia doesn't do that much. Yeah, I think he's just going to come at us with the heart. We can buy ourselves a turn by Gideon plus, then play the other Gideon and plus. Something along those lines. Or even like Gideon Emblem, Gideon plus. No, I don't think that makes sense. We can maybe set up an Alpha Strike soon. Because he's actually got... Well, he's got only really 2 blockers. And so if we can survive long enough, maybe with History of Benalia, we can set up an Alpha Strike. So that might be the game plan here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Heart of Kirin's gonna come at us. So if we don't draw something, we're gonna have to do the 2 Gideons next turn. Pretty sure going at Gideon makes 0 sense here. Yeah. Okay. Take it. Ugh, something else. So it's not the absolute end of the world. We can do some things about that. We can like block it. All right, Concealed Courtyard. All right, so now I think we've got a plus. Play another Gideon plus. Yeah, I don't see another play here. Oh my God, no, I screwed up so badly. Ugh, forgot to use my other Gideon first. So I think we're just dead now. That was a big mistake. Big mistake. Do we just die? I think we just die, right? Silly mistake there. I mean, we're in pretty thin ice anyway. So we get a plus on the Galta. If we do that, we die. So we have to plus on that. And then we just die to that. Whoops. Playing too fast. Playing too fast. Alright. I realized it a second too late. Alright, well we got a pretty good sideboard plan against them. I don't think we need Harvester against them. I think we want these 8 cards. We do want Ballista, I think. It kills a fair amount of their guys somewhat efficiently. On the play, the question is, we want Toolcraft. We want a lot of these cards against them. Karn might be a little slow. I don't know if Angel of Lyra Dawnbringer may not be necessary out of everything. Actually, maybe Settle the Wreckage is not what we want on the... Nah, we do want Settle the Wreckage. There's just too many guys to deal with. Hmm. So we definitely want Gideon's Thopter Arrest, but maybe Ballista is actually a weak link, and maybe Karn is a bit slow. And maybe just Toolcrafts. Toolcrafts get blanked by some of his guys pretty quickly. He's got the 3-4 and the 5-4 that are often coming down pretty fast. And we're also taking out some artifacts. So maybe like leaving one... Maybe leaving like the Ballista. One Ballista, take out these guys. I don't know if we want... Maybe a Lyra is worse too. Something like this. Leaving the 2 Ballistas, take out these 8 cards. Because we're going to have these guys for 5 drops. And like the lifelink's not that big against him because a lot of times he's swinging for like 18 or something. We're more trying to control the board. I mean, the flyers do kill him rather effectively, but we're still going to have Heart of Kieran's. Scrounger is also a little suspect. Because he's not going to attack very well into his giant dudes. So actually maybe we want to go like this. Take out these 8 cards here. It gets a little bit harder to crew Heart of Kieran. So maybe we could actually switch out like 2 Heart of Kierans for 2 Aether Sphere Harvesters. Aether Sphere Harvesters block his Heart of Kierans. They're a little bit easier to crew with this configuration, maybe. Thing is that they don't crew... More guys crew them, but Planeswalkers don't crew them, and actually all of our guys are going to have 3 power for the most part. I guess not the Walking Ballistas. Or Karn tokens, should we make those? Okay. Let's just keep in the 4 Heart of Kierans then. And we don't need any of these other cards. Oh my god. What am I doing? So I guess didn't sideboard. 2 minutes goes by too fast here. Oh, this is an okay hand. It's pretty defensive, but I think it's okay being defensive. We get something to crew Heart of Kieran, we should be in okay shape. He's mulliganing, but Fatal Push should slow him down early. We get to stop a Llanowar Elf. I don't think we need like a hyper-aggressive draw. Like I said, I think it's more about board control because they can just stop the hyper-aggressive draws pretty effectively. So you got the Llanowar Elf. Alright, we'll kill that. Get our Heart of Kieran down. Don't really need any more lands with this hand. Alright, he's missing his land drop. Well, we got plenty of lands here. Already drew a tap land. Alright, we've drawn 3 lands so far off the top. Not ideal. Because he's got all spells in his hand, so as soon as he draws more lands, he's going to be doing something. And now he's got Heart of Kieran. Okay, well, we got Fatal Push ready for that. Yikes. Guess we'll keep Deadlands as a surprise. We can also use it to trigger our Fatal Push should we need to. But yeah, I think if we've drawn 4 lands off the top now. Not what we need. He's drawing lands. Yeah, I know. A little too many. A few too many lands here. Alright, so we'll Fatal Push his Heart of Kieran, I guess. Unless we want to Fatal Push Steel Leaf Champion, but it's going to be hard to do unless we want to Deadlands it plus Fatal Push, which I just don't think is that reasonable. If he had like another target for our... If we had another target for Deadlands, then we could do that, but I think we'll just have to accept this and hope we draw something reasonable off the top here. The bad news is he's got like all spells in hand. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and do this right now. That way his guy doesn't get pumped if he has Blossoming Defense on his turn. Alright, looks like he doesn't. And also it doesn't let him Galt or anything. I mean, if we did it, we'd do it during his upkeep, just so he has one less draw step for his Blossoming Defense. Alright. I mean, I'm not sure what exactly he's got in his hand. He's only got 2 cards in his hand. They can't be lands. Could be a Galta, that would make a lot of sense. He would have played a Ronus there. Yeah, he's got to have a Galta. Maybe another Heart of Kirin, something like that. Jeez, we're just drawing perfectly here, aren't we? Alright. So he gets to Crew. That gives him 9. It's just going to be shy of casting Galta this turn. Unless he's got a land as well, which I don't think he should. But if he has a land next turn, he gets to cast Galta, unless we put some counters on that guy. It won't stop him from... We can play Heart of Kirin, Legend Rule, and then Fatal Push his guy. I don't think it's getting too much better than that. Because, yeah, let's do that. Sick play. And we'll go ahead and play our Deadlands. He's got Blossoming Defense. Gross. So this is probably not good. In fact, fairly confident this is not good. If he's got a land and he's playing the Galta, that I would bet my house on, if I had one, is in his hand. Yeah, he's got enough to play it now. More than enough to play it. He doesn't even need a land, it just because he spent 3 on that guy, so just obviously with just this he's got enough. And then the 12/12 is going to be an issue. So yeah, some mistakes have been made this match, but pretty unlucky with all the lands that we drew. Like, we haven't drawn a single creature. Which, I mean, we obviously kept... The first 7 was on us. Yeah, I think gonna be seeing Mr. Galta. John Galta coming down. There it is. We'd even die if we have a cast out, honestly, because 9 + 3 is... maybe like Angel, the Angel is our hope here. No, okay, we lose. Well, some mistakes were made there, but I'm not sure it would have made a difference with the way things went. Like, obviously there was a punt with the accidentally playing a Gideon before activating the other one last time. Which all it would have done is just given us one more draw step. And hoping somehow we could, like, Alpha Strike him or something like that. But we were in pretty dire shape. And I think that hand is a keep. I mean, you can't know you're going to draw... If, you know, would have been very different if we actually drew some pressure or something like that. So, I don't think that's a great matchup for the deck in general. But it can go a little bit better than that. We did board out a decent number of creatures. So there is that. But I have lost to that green deck many times, even without making some serious mistakes. I don't think this one lander's gonna do it. Not on the play. Let's ship it. Alright, this looks like a pretty ideal hand. We're probably playing Heart of Kirin turn 2. Then we can play Gideon turn 3. Suppose there's things that could change that from our opponent. Do we want to cast out? It seems like a pretty average card. It can deal with some things. I'll keep it. We can always cycle it. Excuse me. We can always cycle it if we need to. Up against green, it looks like. So the cast out's probably going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and get down Heart of Kirin. And if you play something like a 5-4, then I think we're in reasonably good shape. I guess the Black Splash is getting popular. Okay, well, it's not what I thought it was. Alright, so go ahead and play Gideon. Plus on the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. And then attack with the Heart of Kirin. And he can't really attack with Llanowar Elves. We'll have to consider what we want to use Cast Out on. Obviously, we're going to see what he does here. So not with these two cards, not exactly sure what deck I'm up against here. It seems like most of the Snake decks are not playing Llanowar Elves these days. But this kind of makes me think he is, because I don't think any of like the Steel Leaf Champion type decks are going to be playing Glint Sleeve Siphoner. If he's got Fatal Push, he might attack with Llanowar Elf. Alright. I can't block because the dude's got Menace. Could cast out this guy if we don't want him to draw a card, but he may be playing something that's more of a threat here. Okay. Alright, I think I could just play 2 Knight of Malices and use them to crew Heart of Kirin. He gets to draw a card. So I'm thinking this is like just green-black mid-range, not anything like mono-green. We don't have any white permanents, which is a little sad, but I don't think it's right to cast out this guy, especially when we've got other ways to fully use our mana. Could just leave them back to block his guy. I don't know if I like that, because I think we do want to like try to kill him. Yeah, I think we want to try to kill him. And I just think we're going to have other things to cast out. Because, I mean, he's going up to 6 cards in hand, but is he for sure not going to have a good play if he has 5 cards in hand that we really need to cast out? Not obvious. Not obvious. Though there's a lot of things he could play that would be not that great for cast out, like if he plays a Verdurous Gear Hulk, for example. That would be pretty annoying. Alright, looks like he's going to use all of his mana. I don't think it's Verdur's Gear Hulk. We'd be seeing that pre-combat here. Unless he wants to distribute counters in some unintuitive way. Alright, Chupacabra. Not really a good cast-out target. So maybe we just cast out this now to Crew Heart of Kirin, put him down to 9. Yeah, I can't say I love the way this game's going. Could also just like cycle cast out. That seems more desperate than we need to, because then we don't get attacked with Heart of Kirin, for example. We could just get to attack for 2 though. Not sure why he must have Blossoming Defense, right? If he left up this elf. So that's why else would he leave up the elf? Wouldn't make any sense. So maybe we should just attack, and he might try to like Blossoming Defense, then we can get it in response with the cast out. Though then we're getting the Chupacabra rather than the Siphoner. And he may not even go for it. I mean, we still get to hit him down to 9 if he's got Blossoming Defense, because we'll still have the white permanent. He's got to have Blossoming Defense here, though. I don't know that he'll take the bait, though it's not like we have that many cards in hand. Alright, my intuition is attack with Knight of Malice. And see what happens. Thing is, he could block with Llanowar Elves. Well, if he blocks with Llanowar Elves, then we just get a cast out on that guy and we still kill him. Okay, well, he's not blocking, so let's go ahead and do this now. Don't get a 2-for-1 him, but we're going to be using the cast out anyway, and this does an extra point of damage, even if he's got the Blossoming Defense. Which he surely does. Yeah. We gave ourselves a chance. Didn't need to play that land, but I don't know that he was playing around all that much. Yeah, I don't think we needed to play that land. Ballista's not great. Not sure why I didn't play it for more there. That explains it. So put the counter there and there. Probably shoot the Knight of Malice. Maybe shoot the Knight of Malice. You may not be worried about the Knight of Malice. Okay, that's something. Let's crew. If we play this, 3, 5, 7, 8, he doesn't kill us. 5, 7, 8. If he wants to shoot our Knight token, even if he pumps that up, he can kill a Knight token and have a 1/1 left over. So I think we still gotta try to kill him. But it's really bad. We're basically not winning this game. But I think we're definitely not winning this game if we don't attack. Like Might have some kind of out with the ballista. Might have some kind of out if we draw ballista. Because ballista for 2 plus this plus the knight will make off this, assuming this guy's chump blocking. But it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. I guess he went down to 5 because he drew a card there. So he's got ballista for 3, it looks like. Well, that might kill us now. Did I give up on Dominion? I haven't given up on Dominion. Because we're going to take 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Yeah, we're just dead. Just dead if he sees it, which I think he sees it. Because we're going to be at 3, and he's going to have 3 counters on this case. I haven't given up on Dominion, but I did get a little burnt out on it. But I have no doubt we'll return someday. Alright, so sideboarding against green-black on the play. It was a lot harder to get in the top 20 when I was playing again than when I was playing before. I noticed a lot more good players on there. I kind of when I was first playing, I guess it was relatively early in Dominion Online. I kind of waltzed into the top 20, but it seemed like the competition was a bit stiffer, which I still think I could get there, but it was definitely harder. All right, we certainly want Fumigates against them. That just deals with some board states that we can't deal with otherwise. Yeah, he's definitely playing the snake deck. Do we want Sealaways? I think we do. Angel of Sanctions. I think we want Settle the Wreckage on the draw, not on the play. Don't want Duresses, don't want Miguel's Blood Feast. Either Sphere Harvester, Fragmentize. So we want those. Toolcraft Exemplar gets outclassed pretty fast. So I think we'll take out some Toolcraft Exemplars. Walking Ballista can be okay against them. I think we want all of this kind of removal. Fatal Push is good, kills Snake, kills Ballista, kills his Explorer guys, and obviously can also get some of the bigger guys, kills the 2-1. Karn can be hard against them because if you get behind, well, maybe on the play he's fine. I could see shaving 1. Could also shave like a Heart of Kieran. Alright, let's make sure we don't time out on sideboarding here. I think we want to keep the Scrap Heap Scroungers. They attack reasonably well into his guys, even though they obviously don't block at all. I think the Knight of Malices are good. Let's shave a couple of those. Maybe a Ballista is the last card we want to take out. I don't know if it's a Ballista or a Karn that we want to take out. I got 28 seconds to decide here. I definitely want the Fatal Push. Maybe a 1 Seal Away, just to stay a little bit on the aggressive side. The Ballistas are not the most aggressive cards. I'm not sure about this. Pretty random the last couple cuts there. Just shaving some quantities of stuff down. My idea with not bringing in the Settle was I want to be aggressive on the play and try to win that way. And so I was going to bring it in on the draw. Possibly flawed logic, because maybe it's better than the Fumigates. Because, you know, Fumigates kills all my guys, Settle only kills his guys. We got quite a hand here. We do get a cycle cast out, and we do have Gideon to play. So we got 2 draws to a black source, in which case the hand is reasonably good. I don't know if it's really that good, though. Like, Gideon's not great against him. I could actually see Gideon being a cut here. Ugh. I don't love the hand at all. I sort of am inclined to mulligan here. Because it just could be very do-nothing and then just easily get run over by him. Like, if we cycle this and just draw, like, a black spell or something, then it's no bueno. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. Because like I said, even Gideon's not that good. Okay, I think this hand is better. And I don't think we're going to cycle cast out. Maybe we should, though. Well, we can't really cycle it till turn 3 anyway. We definitely don't want Gideon because we won't even be able to cast him. So let's go ahead and play Swamp here. If we have absolutely nothing to do on turn 3, then we might be cycling cast out. Llanowar Elves definitely a little bit less threatening in the Snake deck than it is in other decks, just because like they're not Steely championing you. So yeah, if we draw a total blank here, are we cycling cast out? Cast out's not totally amazing because trading 1-for-1 for 4 mana is just all of their guys just like generate value that's not concentrated in the single creature. Yeah, I don't know. I may just have like the wrong strategy in general against black-green. It's a hard deck to play against sometimes, I feel. Alright. Fatal Push I'm fine with. Could Fatal Push Llanowar Elves, but I don't think that's right. So I think I'll attack and Fatal Push his Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Could have Blossoming Defense, which would suck. But that it's not gonna change our attack step at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and Fatal Push this guy, see if he's got Blossoming Defense. Doesn't. And we'll play Swamp. Probably have to keep cast out. Okay, he's got a snake. He's getting the extra energy off the snake. The reason to push on my turn was in case he had Blossoming Defense. That was so I don't get hit for 2 more. I didn't see that. That seemed like a downside to me, and I didn't see an upside to doing it on his turn. That is the reason. Okay. So, probably have to cast out the Constrictor now. Though he does get a draw card off this guy. We could just hope Constrictor's not going to own us. But that is quite a hope. Could also play Karn here, but then our guy can't block either of these. Karn will still survive. We can attack first. If he blocks there, then we get to cast out that guy and kill both. Otherwise, we could Karn. Hard to know what to do with their various threats. Do we just try to fade? Do we just try to fade Constrictor doing anything? I mean, obviously their whole deck is built to make Constrictor good. If we put it on the Glint Sleeve Siphoner, something obviously like the Gear Hulk's going to be a disaster. Because then his Snake's going to be 4 power and his Elf's going to be 3 power. Yeah, this is maybe why cast out's not amazing. Hey, what's going on, Kameme? Or Kamimi, as the case may be. Can we just pass and maybe just cast out on his turn? He's not... I don't think he's got Blossoming Defense. He could have used it the previous turn. And we could possibly ambush his snake with our first strike if he wants to attack into it. I mean, obviously he knows we can play that card. Alright, I think I'm going to pass. I don't think we're getting too aggressive here. And if he plays something like Gear Hulk, then we can at least get the snake in response. I mean, we're letting him draw a card here with Siphoner, which isn't great. Well, that's not ideal. Well, I guess we cast out the snake now. Just to not put another counter on this guy. It's like everything we have, every option we have against him is just bad. Yeah, we could, if he went for the block, I mean, it's kind of telegraphing what we had if we went for that. And then if he doesn't do that, then we're kind of, I don't know, just getting owned. Whereas we could also go for the same thing on the defense. Alright, let's get this snake now. Yeah, I think we want one fewer counter on that guy. And we're gonna have to get the snake eventually, because letting him untap with the ballista is not great. But this is why cast out is just not that good for us, because it's like everything we can do is just bad. I don't know how else to put it. It's like you just never get that good of value out of your cast out, because his value is spread around so well in his guys. I think we can actually play a Karn here though. I think I'll play a land to play the Karn. Let's get Sheffet Dunes in case we get it Ifnir Deadlands. That way we can sack it to it next turn. And then also this way we'll have Fatal Push. If we hit a Fatal Push off this, we get to cast it right away or threaten to cast it. Obviously, it'll be his choice. 2 Angel of Sanctions. I don't even know if that card... I don't think that card's very good against him. So what are we doing now? He gets to just pump this guy up. I guess we'll leave him back to block. That way we just have Karn next turn. And maybe like a series of these Angels will be good. Because he can like pump him up, shoot this guy. I mean, he may have better than that. But if we attack, then he just gets to pump up this guy, attack for 5, and then shoot Karn, and not even worry about our knights. So I guess we have to play defensive here. I don't know. I could be playing totally wrong against this deck, but okay. Well, that's that. So Karn's gonna go down, presumably. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, should you board out cast outs against this deck? What's up, Jim Miles? I do have my exorbitant. Here are my Dominion sets here. I had to get 2 boxes. 2 boxes of the Dominion set. I bought the specialized Dominion case, and it turns out it was not big enough to fit all of the Dominion cards into. So maybe he'll put us on our last card. He knows we have Angel of Sanctions. Maybe he'll put the last one as a Fatal Push and be afraid. Nah, he ain't afraid. I mean, I don't know what he would do. He still gets to just shoot this guy anyway and then play some other thing. So Fumigate would be good. What do we do with Angel of Sanctions? Gotta do something with Angel of Sanctions. I guess we're getting the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. I don't really see another option. He's gonna be able to kill that. He's not quite gonna be able to put enough counters on that to, even if he sacks that into turn to get back his Constrictor, which he may not even do. Let's play Angel of Sanctions and I guess at least stop him from drawing a card. And how's it going, Jim Miles? Never seen me stream Constructed, really? That's surprising. Yeah, let's stop him from drawing a card, I guess. This just must be a bad matchup. I guess I'll play my Lent. Just feels like it's like everything is bad when you play against them. It's just nothing is good. You've got all these terrible options. Are we getting Vraska's Contempt here? Yeah. Fumigate would be good. It's about all I can say. Fumigate would be good. Got 2 of them. 2 out of 47. Not sure what else would be a particularly good draw. I think Gideon is bad in this matchup. The Sealaways are probably better than the cast outs, I would imagine. Oh, there's our boy. See, like, this does absolutely nothing. Just does straight nothing. Because he just kills it. Matchup's not bad at all. It was on White Black Vehicles, beat our other friends in the finals of a 40-person PPTQ. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's one match, right? Yeah, this would be... I wish I had settled here. I don't know. I mean, I don't claim to know what the matchup's like. It just always feels awkward to me. It just seems like your cards just match up badly against them. I mean, I guess we just play both of our cards here. Gideon, like, saves us 4 life or something. So, like, plus on this guy. Scrounger does stone nothing. Is Gideon getting better than this? I kind of doubt it. He gains, like, 7 life this turn or something. Friend only lost 1 game to our other friend because he saw 4 ballistas. I don't know, anyone else in the chat got an opinion about how the matchup is? Green-black versus white-black? It's not a matchup I ever want to see, I'll say that. But I mean, I also am, like, genuinely not sure when I'm sideboarding or even playing against them what to do, because it's just like, I don't know. It's, like I said, your 1-for-1 removal is often pretty awkward because, I don't know, they've got a lot of cards that are just generating value in ways that your removal's not matching up that well against, and it's not clear what to be worried about. It's possible it's just not clear to me what you should be worried about. So, Afflicted, you're saying it's a bad matchup for white-black? Yeah, my intuition it's a bad matchup, but I also could be bad. I also could just be bad at the matchup. I won't rule out that I'm bad at the matchup. I mean, we could pretty much just concede here. Because we're getting 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they can just pump this guy. So he's going to go to 2. So it'll be 2, 4, 5, 8, 10 damage. Plus 2 from that. Or 3 from that. Yeah, this guy's going to be 3 power. Yeah, we can just concede. It's not a matchup I want to see, I'll say. Like, I don't know with the cards that we had there we could have done too much. We could have sideboarded a little bit differently. Like, Settle... I see the argument for bringing in Settle because... I think I'm mistaken in my idea that you want to bring in Subtle on the draw, not the play, because it's actually, I think, better than Fumigate on the play, because, you know, Fumigate can be awkward because if you've got a big board presence, then you don't want to play it, whereas Settle the Wreckage is still totally fine, even if you've got a big board presence. So I think I need to reevaluate my sideboarding idea. Yeah, nothing going on with this hand. We just gotta ship this one. He mulliganed as well. Do we keep this hand? We're on the draw. We get a cycle cast out. If we hit a single land, we've got Heart of Kirin and Scrap Heap Scrounger. Hit a single black, we got Fatal Push. I think I'm going to keep this hand. It's not great. But we get to see like 3 cards to try to hit our second land draw. Or 4 cards. Settle, you don't want to give them lands. Just top deck a Ballista and clear the board you have. Yeah, their Ballistas just wreck us. So I definitely got to ship that guy, obviously. Okay, probably blue-black here. Alright, that's a pretty good draw. So the only question is, are we still cycling the cast out here? Let's see if we can figure out a little bit more about what he's got. That's true, the Ifnir Deadlands is nice against them. Okay. Well, he's got that guy. So we're playing against like Sultai mid-range. Plays like Scarab Gods and stuff. I think we do want to cycle cast out. Let's go ahead and I think we just get our Heart of Kirin down here. Hopefully we draw a land next turn so that we can play Fatal Push plus Scrounger or something like that. Yeah, Fatal Push plus Scrounger. Let's see. You'd hold cast out here. Well, my thought was just we're pretty far away from 4 lands. We do have a lot of 2-drops to play, but we kind of want 3 lands to be able to play 2-drop plus 1-drop. Sultai Climb? Oh, that enchantment, yeah. You've been having so much trouble in this meta because of so many Chain Whirlers. Seems like Chain Whirler's a little bit on the decline, but not a lot on the decline. Okay, well, now we gotta play Scrounger plus Fatal Push one of these guys, though it's a little bit worse because he's gonna get to draw the card no matter what. But I guess we still do that. The other option is History of Benalia, which seems like it's much worse. So I guess I'll just do that. Heart of Kirin turn 2, turn 3, look for the land and can Fatal Push plus cycle if it didn't hit by then. That's true, but then Heart of Kirin, it's like if we're not playing a creature with Heart of Kirin, then it's kind of a lot of wasted tempo because our card's not doing anything. But I see your point. Look at the top 8 from Birmingham, 6 out of 8 decks. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I've got a very limited sample size. I mean, relatively limited sample size. So I guess we don't even need to cast this right now. I don't know if they play Blossoming Defense, because he's going to get to draw his card no matter what. Probably not playing Blossoming Defense, but we do probably want to kill one of these guys before he attacks. I guess if he's playing that Climb card, then we want to try to get in response to Climb. Once against your opponent, hit Glint like crazy, so it's really hard here overall. Yeah, they do play Blossoming. I guess it would make sense if you're playing the that enchantment. All right, so go to begin combat. Let's not let him attack. So possibly should have been playing this on our turn. I guess my hope was to get that enchantment, get lucky and get that enchantment. Let's see what he's got. He's got Gifted Aetherborn. Well, I guess we're just playing... So we could just play Karn here and make a 3/3. And then attack. Yeah, I think I like Karn here, make a 3/3. attack with Heart of Kirin by taking a counter. Well, I guess using the Scrap Heap Scrounger. We could also attack with Scrap Heap Scrounger, so it seems fine to put Karn to... well, no, he's going to be at... I guess he'll go down to 3, down to 2 if we take the counter off of him. So... I mean, there's no reason... we could attack with the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Just don't know how defensive we want to be here. Seems like we kind of want to get... maybe we just play Karn and plus it? Karn and plus, and then attack with Heart of Kirin plus Scrap Heap Scrounger. Karn would go down to 5. He shouldn't be able to kill Karn unless he's got something to pump his guys, which I suppose he could. Yeah, we could play History of Benalia. Definitely have some options here. I actually maybe don't hate Karn plus. And then we can start minusing Karn. Only problem with Karn... no, Karn plus is okay. Yeah, it's a tricky spot. Alright, I think I'm going to play Karn plus... so he's going to give us another Heart of Kirin. Probably means he doesn't have Fatal Push in his hand if he just instantly gave that to us. So... I guess we can just plan on trading Heart of Kirin for this guy. So we can just get him for 7. I think if he had a way to kill Heart of Kirin, he wouldn't just snap give us the other Heart of Kirin. So I think putting this guy down to 4 is maybe okay. He could also just have like Vraska's Contempt in his hand. He's going to use to kill Karn. It's definitely a path that can go badly here. I think let's get him for 7. Because if we try to defend with Heart of Kirin by minusing on Karn, then he just kills our Karn, and that's not great. But I'm just going off the fact that he gave us the Heart of Kirin like instantly, to think that he doesn't have that. Does get a draw. I mean, seeing 2 new cards here. And we're putting him down to 7. And the attacks doesn't necessarily mean he's got anything. Could also just let this happen. And then that way we don't get blown up by a removal spell. I think I might actually like that just to keep Karn in play for another turn. Because unless he wants to commit like a Blossoming Defense or something, I think it's better. And it's not even clear that that's like too great of a trade for us. Let's just let it happen. I definitely know when I've been in this on the other side of the board playing against a Karn and a Heart of Kirin, I make many plays hoping that they're activating their Heart of Kirin like this. And so this way we basically are sure we have Heart of Kirin in play. And then if he's got something like a Vraska's Contempt, it's really awkward for him. Okay, that's somewhat okay. Alright, so we got a land here. Let's go ahead and plus Karn. And then we gotta play History of Benalia plus the Knight, and that kind of stabilizes our board a bit. Yeah, Ballista to clean up would be an issue. Alright, he's gonna give us Concealed Courtyard, surely. So let's play our other land and play Knight plus History of Benalia. The only question is, what are we doing as far as attacking. Putting him to 5 seems kind of okay. But he's almost certainly going to be able to kill our Karn. So I say let's just use our Karn as good as we can while we can. Because I don't think he's surviving next turn no matter what. So the loyalty counters at this point don't matter that much. Doesn't get to draw a card this turn. Like, if he just wants to send at Karn here, then we can just accept that. Is he going to kill History of Benalia here? No attacks. It's very interesting. Not sure I totally understand no attacks there. Or no attacks or anything at all. Well, let's go ahead and plus Karn. Alright, we get another Concealed Courtyard. It's just lovely. Probably gonna Deadlands this guy. Minus on Karn. Do we get to attack with this knight? No, because he's got that, obviously. Yeah, so let's play a land here. Deadlands this guy. Let's Deadlands this guy first, see if we get Blossoming Defense too. Well, the only thing is, if... Yeah. The only question is, maybe we let him have this guy and we just... Because he's going to kill this guy with Brontodon. So maybe we want to be able to play the other Heart of Kirin right now. Did I eat that butt? I haven't eaten any butts. Could also mine it. Well, no, we can't. Minus is out of the picture because we didn't do that. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to kill Heart of Kirin. So the question is, do we care about him drawing a card or having the Heart of Kirin in play? And dare I say we actually would rather have Heart of Kirin in play than... Well, let's see it. Let's make sure that he's going to do that. I'm pretty sure we're making this play. And then if he does kill it, well, still can't attack with that guy because he just gets to... Yeah. Alright, let's attack with the 4/4. I'm sure Brontodon's gonna kill him. Because going to 1 seems pretty poor for him. And then I think we do... Yeah, we just want the Heart of Kirin in play. We'll play one of our courtyards. Have I... Which butt are you referring to me eating? By the way, anyone notice that 9x9 Rubik Cube in the background there? Okay. Heart of Kirin down. Let's just go ahead and play our other Heart of Kirin. Because we want that to be able to attack next turn. And it's going to make his attacks fairly awkward next turn and also make getting a life off that guy fairly awkward. Or giving up a life. Oh, never mind. For some reason I thought he had another energy there. He didn't. So I really don't care about that guy then. Is he going to attack with the lifelinker? He's not. I guess I was just thinking this guy like gives an energy every turn, but obviously only if he attacks. Okay, he's got another Brontodon. So how does this attack step go? Because the thing is, we do get ballisted. If we want to. I could ballista him for 3. It makes it so that he's like gotta block a lot of stuff. Alright, so let's say we plus Karn and then minus on the Heart of Kirin, attack with everything. He'll like block this guy, shoot that, trade this guy, and then he could just go to 1, or actually he'll go to 3 because he'll gain some life. We get to do this first, so we could like put that on this guy just to remove a blocker. Alright, I think we're plussing Karn this turn, so let's do that. Of course, we've hit every single one of our concealed courtyards off of Karn's +1 here. It's actually pretty frustrating. Alright, so... yeah, well... minus on Karn, and then we're attacking with all this stuff. He's gonna block, sack, trade, and he'll kill one of these... kill with one. I guess so we're killing this guy, I guess, with the Deadlands. May as well not give him the chance to block. Not that it matters too much, so let's just go ahead and do that now. I was thinking about getting the Aetherborn so that he doesn't trade, but I feel like I'm kind of okay with that trade. I mean, our guy's going to be a lowly 2/2 afterwards. Alright. And we already played our lands, so we can just F6 and attack with everything. So he's going to block, sack, probably just trade and leave back his 2/2 Chupacabra. He goes to up 7, loses 4, down to 3. Well, he goes to 3 this way, and then we do get to minus Karn and just get the Ballista back next turn. And he can't really pressure... I mean, he could kill this guy and then kill Karn. But then he's got to worry about this guy. Definitely a few ways to play that there. I mean, I see your point, though. I mean, I guess he could have just traded... Okay, so he's going to do that. Gain some life. Gets Karn. And he's got another Aetherborn. And we got a land. Did I miss bringing back Scrap Heap Scrounger? No, we actually don't have any way to bring him back. It's unfortunate. We have surprisingly no other creatures in yard. Yeah, I mean, I could see that argument for not allowing the trade there, because then we could for sure we'd have 2 guys to protect against the 2 guys to protect Karn with. Not great now. So many lands. Like, these are the cards we revealed off Karn. So we have 4/7. Draw land, or draw Ballista would be pretty good. Alright. This game's seeming like it's going... He discarded a Fatal Push, which doesn't inspire me with a lot of confidence, since that seems like it's somewhat reasonable on this board. So he's got something better than a Fatal Push, or better, equal to or better than a Fatal Push. I mean, do we want him to get the 4/4? I don't think we do. I guess we just take 4 here. So you're probably out of lands in a deck or close to it. Yeah, so we got a lot. Not too many lands left. Nothing but gas, right? Nothing but gas. What a draw. I mean, it's a 3-power guy, I guess. Makes this guy 3-power, that is. So I think we no sense in trading here, or trading blows rather. 'Cause, I mean, he's coming back for way more. I think we'll just take 2 again from this guy, because letting him draw 4 just seems like a little too good, and getting a 4/4. I think he'll probably attack the Champion of Wits. We can just take 2. He's got more. He's got something that he discarded instead of Fatal Push. I guess it's that card. Alright, pass the turn. Pretty brutal flood here. Yeah. So 3, so we got a chump block now. Which I guess means we get back Scrounger, but it doesn't inspire me with confidence. So we're taking 6. Yeah, not sure what our out is here. I think Fatal Push is gonna do it. Alright, well, let's finish out. Oh, for some reason I thought that was match. Alright, so up against that deck. Alright, Seal Away, Settle the Wreckage. I am convinced is good enough in this matchup. Is Fumigate exactly what we want? Is Angel of Sanctions exactly what we want? I don't think we want Duresses or Bloodfast. I don't know if Harvester is even a good sideboard card. So maybe we just want like these 6 cards. I think Angel of Sanctions is reasonably good against them. Seal Away seems good. Settle the Wreckage seems good. I don't know if we want Fumigate. At least on the, maybe on the draw. So what exactly does Climb do? I actually have to look up the text of that card. Hedonist Climb. So put a +1/+1 counter. Oh, okay, it's not an aura. I for some reason thought it was an aura. That's why I made it like a Fatal Push play I was making earlier. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter target creature you control. If the creature has 3 more counters, you transform it, and it's like something that gives +X/+X, X to the power, and flying. Interesting. Alright, so what are we taking out? What are we taking out? Ballista is good against a handful of things in his deck. I don't think he's... I guess he's not playing Snake or anything like that. Did we see any kind of ballistas from him? Not that I recall. Definitely saw some Brontodons, so Seal Aways get awkward in that regard, that he's already got Brontodons, but I guess once you've got a medium number of targets, then you kind of want to go up in targets. Is Gideon bad? I could see Gideon being bad, just because of his... I don't know, kind of the same idea as bad against green-black. I just don't feel like taking out a single creature is that effective against them. So like maybe take out these and Toolcraft Exemplars? Or does Toolcraft Exemplar attack well enough against them? I think Fatal Push is fine. Maybe we don't want Sealaways? What do we think about Sealaways? Or maybe Castouts too are suspect. Yeah, he probably does have Scarab God, I would imagine. Alright, I'm taking out Toolcrafts unless I think of something else to take out. I guess Toolcrafts attack reasonably well into his guys now that I think about it. Alright, I'm taking out Sealaways and a Lyra Dawnbringer because I can't think of anything else. Very unsure about that, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't time out on sideboarding. This looks like a fine hand to me. Got turn 2 Heart of Kirin, Scrounger to crew it. I guess there's some instances where we're not doing turn 2 Heart of Kirin, and I think we're keeping Cast Out. I don't think the hand needs anything that desperately that we don't want to keep cast out. Even though it's kind of not great against him. I don't know. Anyone have thoughts on the sideboarding there? I do feel like I'm just kind of bad with sideboarding with this deck. I need to work out on what exactly my sideboarding strategy is. Alright, let's leave with plains. I don't think we cycle cast out. Yeah, let's just play Heart of Kieran here. Probably nothing we need to Thopter Arrest too badly on this turn. Even like Glintsleeve Siphoner is kind of fine. Let's get him for 4. Oh, I guess I should have considered Thopter arresting. It just still seems too slow to Thopter arrest this guy. I forgot he got the energy off the Ether Hub. So it's possibly a mistake. But I don't know. Thopter arresting that guy and not getting in with Heart of Kieran just doesn't seem that great to me. But definitely forgot he got the energy off the Ether Hub. Alright, so let's see what he's got now. I think we'll just cast out that guy to use our mana a little bit better. Only thing is, if he plays like a Planeswalker or something, that could be awkward, but I feel like we can deal somewhat well with the Planeswalker, and so I'd rather use the 4 mana spell than the 3 mana spell right now. I feel like that deck doesn't play a ton of Planeswalkers anyway. On the other hand, if we get down this and Thopter Arrest, then we can use this next turn. So let's actually do that. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll Thopter Arrest, and then next turn we can, if near Deadlands, the Siphoner, so he doesn't draw another card. Save the cast out. Yeah, I agree. Alright, are we getting... No. Alright, Fatal Push it is. Okay. So Heart of Kieran's not bad. Maybe we just play Heart of Kieran, attack for 3, play Heart of Kieran. It uses our mana poorly, but we don't. He's not about to draw a card off Siphoner. And it is kind of nice to get that into play. Looks like he's a little weak on green mana, though he just discarded 2 green lands, so he's probably not too worried about it. Yeah, I guess let's just attack with Scrounger and play Heart of Kieran. Could block here. Yeah. So does that actually change our mind now? Because Heart of Kieran's not actually gonna stop anything. Maybe we just use our mana efficiently. Let's just kill that guy. Because Heart of Kieran's unlikely to be attacking next turn anyway. Yes. He's got Scarab God or something. Liliana. Alright, well. Good thing we have cast out. Is he gonna minus right away and get back like Siphoner? Yeah. Okay, well there's Scrounger, but we definitely have to get rid of Liliana here. Not much of a choice. He does get to draw a card right away with that guy, but I think Liliana being in play is just clearly worse. You think Scrounger plus Heart of Kieran's better here? Because it could kill Liliana next turn. And I guess all he's getting out of it is a zombie. It's a fragile plan. If he has a way to kill Heart of Kieran, then it's pretty rough. Of course, you can just get Brontodon and kill our cast out. So both you guys liked getting Heart on board. Fair enough. Okay, well, that's a pretty good draw. We kind of have a board presence. It's like not very much of a board presence. It's an easily defeated board presence. Like if he just has a way to kill, our Heart of Kieran, then we're pretty toast. But I can see the argument. You like to cast out there, Mark? Yeah. He's got it all. Fairly dead here. Guess we just gotta play all of our stuff now. He gets to like minus next turn and get back any number of things. But at least we get to have some guys in play, I guess. It's a permanent solution in a way. I mean, he's got like 20 million answers to it. I don't see how Heart of Kieran's a more permanent solution than Angel and Casta. Like, every single way he has to kill those cards, literally every single way he has to kill those cards kills Heart of Kieran. Like, if he has creature removal or enchantment removal, he gets to kill, or artifact removal, naturalized type effect, and he kills Heart of Kieran. Cast out only gets hit by enchantment or artifact, you know, the naturalized effects, and the Angel only gets affected by the creature removal. Alright, well, crew. I think I know what's happening here. So this is 8 coming in. Trading with Champion of Wits doesn't seem too good. Did he already play a land this turn? He has not played a land this turn, so he could just play land plus get back his 4/4. I guess we just take 8. Maybe chump block 2 life. I don't think getting him... take 8, whatever. Okay, I don't know what our out is here. Angel of Sanctions doesn't solve the problem. Yeah, we just lose. I mean, he just kills us. We can put it on that, because otherwise he kills us in his upkeep. And then he just attacks and we die. Alright, well, we'll play out the final one. Even though we're out of the prize here. Man, I've been getting smashed. It's got smashed by a variety of green-black type decks. I guess mono-green as well. The green has been the consistent theme amongst the decks that we're losing to. And not even winning games here, just lost 6 games straight. Maybe people are starting to wake up to white-black and they're playing these decks that are good against it. Alright, well, let's see if we can squeeze out a win here. Alright, thanks everybody who's hanging out, watching me get smashed by the green decks here. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time. Alright, not much more you can ask for than this hand. It's kind of what the deck wants to do. Turn 1, Toolcraft Exemplar. Turn 2, Heart of Kirin. Even got the backup Heart of Kirin. Never a bad thing.
Wandering about.
Oh, we actually are playing here. Alright. Alright, playing against Island. That's usually what the deck wants to see is Island. Search for Escanta. Doesn't seem like too big of a deal. Hopefully we draw some kind of action here. Not exactly. Do we want to cycle cast out right now? I think we kind of do. Let's just cycle it right now to try to hit a 2-drop. Because we got to play next turn in the form of Karn. We're not really looking to cast out, search for Escanta. Doesn't seem like he has Seal Away. It may not Seal Away right now. It'd be really good if we hit a 2-drop. Somewhat of a tough call here, but I think we want to cycle this. Like hitting any 2-drop here would be good. Alright, we didn't. Let's get him for 4. Yeah, no guarantee we're going to have any kind of good target for a long time with cast out, and the upside of just drawing to more actions quicker seems well worth it. This should be a pretty good spot to get Karn in. If he had Seal Away, I think he'd be casting it right now, so we can't crew our Heart of Kirin. So there is that. So I think I'll just play Karn here because, like I said, I don't think he's got Seal Away, and that lets us attack for 7 if he doesn't. If he doesn't have Syncopate or Negate here. Could also just play like Toolcraft Exemplar. But I'm just going to play this. Because Toolcraft Exemplar would crew that, we get attack for 7. Like a Syncopate wouldn't be that surprising here, but no Syncopate, alright. Do we want to play... I could just make a token here. I actually kind of like making a token here. Because we get to accrue this. Can't decide if I want to make a token or plus. Our Karn will go down to 2. Yeah, let's... Now let's plus. Maybe should have made a token there. Yeah. It does have seal away. Should have definitely sealed away. I mean, the way it turned out, it didn't really matter, but maybe he was holding up Essence Scatter as well. That would kind of make sense. When I debate plusing Karn or minusing, think of it as, do I want another land or the token? Well, kind of, because it also sets up, makes the minus a live thing the next turn. So that's the thing. Because, like, even if you get a good card in a land, you're going to get the land, but then it sets up the minus to get you the good card next turn. So it gets complicated. Okay, let's play Toolcraft Exemplar. That can crew the Heart of Kirin and attack. And then I think we can use Karn post-combat. And if he's going to settle the wreckage or Heart of Kirin, that's not a big deal. I don't... What's up, Spectre? How you doing, buddy? If he's gonna like settle the wreckage or Heart of Kirin, that's pretty fine for us. Which might be happening. Looks like it is. Alright, let's go ahead and plus Karn again. Maybe minus Karn. I think I'm plussing again. Okay, we got 2 decent cards here. This kind of actually prefers Scrap Heap Scrounger because we get to do that plus the Heart of Kirin. He doesn't know that. Yeah, card is definitely a skill-intensive card, I would say. Okay, he went for the History of Benalia. I sort of just want to play that. Yeah, I think I sort of want to play that. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's going to be probably harder for him to deal with than the Kirin. And it just uses our mana slightly better. And we'll play a Chapel. Stribenalia is a good card. It's less damage next turn to do it this way, but I think it's gonna be better overall. Okay, what's he got for 5? He's got Lyra to Fairy. It's really not that bad. Okay, we have another Karn right on top. So we're playing Heart of Kirin, and then I guess we'll play Karn and probably Karn and Plus, because getting a million guys on board when we have to worry about Settle the Wreckage is not that big of a deal. Could also Karn and minus and get Scrap Heap Scrounger, but that seems worse. So let's play this. So we can pump our guy. And then we'll play Karn and plus. So send the Knight at him. 3 at him. I just don't think you can leave Teferi and play. It seems bad. Alright. Let's play Karn. So we're going to reveal a Karn off of this. We know that much. But I guess having another Karn is not really that bad. So Karn and a Plains. He's going to give us the Plains. Let's play the Plains. And then we got a bunch of damage coming his way next turn. Would he play Teferi there if he had Settle the Wreckage? It seems somewhat unlikely. Settle the Wreckage seems like it'd be better. Okay, looks like he's not even going to try to bluff Settle the Wreckage here. He's got Fumigate. Fumigate's not really the end of the world. Because we still get to get him for 4. Our History of Benalia is not doing shit. That's alright. Okay, so the question is, do we just want to get Scrap Heap Scrounger? Or, yeah, let's -1 and get Scrap Heap Scrounger, play History of Benalia. I think I'd rather have a Scrap Heap than a... Let's get Scrap Heap Scrounger. Might as well crew with him. I'm just gonna play this just out of laziness. Alright, he's seen enough. Not sure why exactly. Doesn't seem like he should have to concede there. There was no history in my... That was my... I had a... there was no history in my minus there. Or in my, with a silver counter on it. That was showing my revealed cards. He gave me the History of Benalia and there was a Scrap Heap Scrounger in the exile. It's somewhat confusing the way I had it open there, because I was showing my revealed cards, not my exiled cards. Alright, so we want these guys, Angel of Sanctions, Fragmentize. I think these are the ones we want, and we want to take out, I think, Ballista, Fatal Push. Thopter Arrest really does nothing against him, right? Nothing that our other cards aren't already doing better. So we gotta take out one card here. Do we just take out a land? Like, what's our curve look like? Our curve doesn't look too bad. I think we just take out a land. Taking out the Ballistas definitely makes our Toolcrafts a little bit worse. But I still think we'll keep them in. I think we just take out a land on the draw here. Because our curve's not so gigantically large that... I think the draw, the extra card from drawing is gonna outbalance the land. I think I like everything else. Yeah, let's go with this. I'm a big advocate of taking out a land on the draw. Alright. Yeah, this hand looks good to me. It's got a little bit awkward on the mana because we don't get a turn 1 play our Toolcraft Exemplar. But the Toolcraft Exemplar is not getting pumped anyway. And we got Blood Feast, Knight of Malice. We got good cards. It's a little sketchy on the mana. I'll admit it's a little sketchy on the mana, but I don't think you can mulligan this hand. So let's go ahead and just play our Swamp. And we'll have to figure out what exactly we're playing next turn. Do we just play that now? It's the best one for him to counter for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't want to get syncopated with Bloodfast. And like, Bloodfast's not one you really want to rush out anyway. Alright, oh, I guess Syncopate Exiles, right? So it's not too much better than anything else, but... So maybe it's actually better to play the Knight of Malice there. Now that I think about it. I mean, that's better against Essence Scatter. So we don't. He's certainly got Essence Scatter in his deck at this point. Do we just play Gideon here because he can't disallow it? I think we do. And I don't know that... I mean, he obviously could have another... he could have another Syncopate, but he can't disallow it. And just getting Gideon into place seems good. So let's do this. Also use our mana better. Cycling, trying to hit a Syncopate. He brought in Negate. Is it right to bring in Negate against me? I'm not sure. Okay, well, this seems okay. Alright, so got some options here. I think let's start with Knight of Malice. Let's start with Knight of Malice, see if he syncopates it. And if he even I mean, I know we could play our land and get around the syncopate for 2. But if he syncopates it, then we get to play Heart of Kirin, which I think's better for us. So, let's see. Also, I don't think he has syncopate. Maybe he does, but just because of the way he dug for the negate. Alright, syncopate for 2 is fine. And we get to play Heart of Kirin here. And then we get a crew it next turn with the Toolcraft Exemplar. Alright. So now he does have Disallow, but I don't know if we're playing around it now. Let's just play Blood Feast, I think. Blood Feast results should be an okay. Hashtag baited. That's right. Let's play this. The question is, if this resolves, do we play the Toolcraft Exemplar? Does he have Disallow? It does have Disallow. Yeah, it does have Disallow. Alright, negate. Okay. We'll play Toolcraft. Could cycle cast out, but Teferi could be coming down next turn. That'd be a bit of an issue. Okay. It's not happening. Alright, let's play Heart of Kirin. He's got to get this in our main phase if he's got like a cast out or something, and then we get to fragmentize the... No, I guess he can do it in response to this trigger. It's intervening if clause, as they say. Let's attack. Has he got Seal Away? No Seal Away. Alright, nothing to do now. And now Teferi is going to be only okay for him. I mean, if he's got like a 2-mana counterspell, then it's going to be rough. Like a 3rd negate, it's usually have 3 negates in against us. Okay, he's got the Fragmentize. Fair enough. Do we cycle cast out now? Do we cycle cast out? Teferi would be a card that would make a lot of sense to be in his hand. I think we hold on to it. I just think Teferi is going to be just way too annoying. And we're not killing him that fast, and... yeah, I mean, it's going to be good at some point, I think, so... Okay. Can you counter it? Disallow looks like. Syncopate for 2. I'll not pay 2 for Syncopate. So we said 2 negates and 3 syncopates this game. Okay, Teferi. Search for Escanta. Well, we can fragmentize that. And I think we shall. Makes me think we should cycle cast out now. I guess we could have done that on the end of his turn, couldn't we? Now that I think about it. Because he would have played Teferi there. Probably. I guess let's make sure Fragmentize resolves. Well, does it matter? Let's just do that first. We're definitely going to do that. Now do we cycle Cast Out? I don't think he's got Teferi. Because we just have such little action going on. I think we do cycle Cast Out. Could really come to regret this. We're going to do pre-combat in case we draw an artifact. Okay. You'd hold on to it. As soon as he didn't play Teferi on his 5th turn, I thought it is safe. Teferi or the Angel there. Like, Search for Escanta seems worse. And if we hit something like a Scrap Heap Scrounger, we're actually, like, significantly increasing the clock. But I can definitely see the argument for holding. Alright, looks like he's just going to thin. Let's get, I guess, a black source here. Might get wrecked by Teferi now. Ugh, really? Should have held. Hashtag results oriented. Alright, let's play this in plus. Knight of Malice or History of Benalia? It's probably going to give us History, I guess. Okay, at least we can play that. Oh no, we got Duress is what we got off the... I'm pretty sure he top decked the Lyra Dawnbringer. I think he would have played it if he could have. The previous turn. Can we hit 2 sick cards? Cast Out or Lyra Dawnbringer? Those are pretty good cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack for 4 and play our Lyra. What else? Fair enough. Alright, well, it's not really a winning proposition for us here. Draw a couple cards. Yeah, not looking good here. It ain't looking good. Though I mean, it could turn around fast as long as the cards he drew weren't that good. I think you would cycle that on your turn, wouldn't you? We do have a few turns to do something. Actually, I guess I'll get Sheffet Dunes into play. I'll get Sheffet Dunes into play, that way if I draw Ifnir Deadlands, I can play it and sack the Sheffet Dunes. I think he probably knows we don't have anything in hand, so the bluff value is pretty minimal. I think I stand by my cast out decision, even though it went terribly. I think it's right to wait to see what he does with this fifth land drop. And then when he's down to one card, I think it's a lot better to try to cycle and get like some kind of play to put pressure on, rather than holding it out for maybe he draws something relevant. And really, Lyra would have been was a much bigger threat at that point, especially if we drew any kind of gas. Then, because like we're plunking away for one, that just gives him infinite amount of time. Okay, well, as we hoped, we drew the Deadlands, so we can make it so that the Angel's not lethal next turn. And then we can put the Angel down to a 1/1 the next turn. I guess he could disallow this, which he's going to do. Alright. And we lose. Alright, so do we want to change anything? Well, we're probably going to have to bring him back in the land. I don't know, the Toolcrafts just may not really be what we need. But I don't know that we want anything else. And we're going to be on the play, so they just get better. So let's take out a... what? Take out a what? I think Gideon's good. I guess you just want the big threats, like the Angel, the Lyra Dawnbringers. I think Scrap Heap's good. Not sure what the one card we want to take out is here. It could just be like a Lyra. Lyra might be the weakest card here. It's like a very fragile answer to their opposing Lyras. I think we want all the cheap stuff because we want to try to get early pressure, just get them dead. I think that's essential for this matchup. Lyra doesn't do that very well. Angel of Sanctions at least is going to be, you know, getting rid of a Seal Away or something, or a Planeswalker. So I think I'll just get rid of a Lyra. I think you want the Karns. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, this looks good. Let's go ahead and... so we'll go ahead and... yeah, this is a pretty perfect hand. Got to duress on turn 1 because we got too much stuff to be doing. And I think we'll play Knight of Malice. Well, we'll be able to see exactly what he has, but we'll probably play Knight of Malice either way because it's going to be... assuming this gets into play... well, we're going to have way more information once we duress here, so let's stop hypothesizing and let's just see his hand. Okay. So he's got a Cast Out, Essence Scatter, and Teferi that we can take. His lands are okay. Lyra Dawnbringer, so we're going to have to not cycle Cast Outs for sure. I think it's pretty... yeah, I mean, our hand actually matches up well against what he's already got. Because, like, the Essence Scatter... we're going to be playing History of Benalia on the turn he has Essence Scatter up. Cast Out, can't get Knight of Malice, and it's going to be pretty slow for dealing with our History of Benalia. And having History of Benalia under Cast Out is not even that bad, because we can get back. I think Teferi's not going to be able to do much. I guess we'll just take Essence Scatter. Yeah, I think we take Essence Scatter. Alright, so we know his hand here. Irrigated Farmland. Right on time. Now let's play Courtyard and play Knight of Malice. So we also have the option next turn to just play these two instead of playing History of Benalia. No island. But I think I want to play History Benalia. I think it just creates the most pressure. Let's see if he's got... Oh, he's got a Syncopate, really? No, okay. Fair enough. We got Gideon that can deal with his Lyra. It's a Field of Ruin. Alright, let's play Toolcraft Exemplar first. Give us a white permanent. Probably playing Gideon post-combat. This opponent deck's pretty... Yeah, it is pretty cancerous. I can't really disagree with that assessment. Please beat him, thanks. Yeah, let's play Gideon here. He's got 2 unknown cards. He can cast out the Gideon, but I think that's okay. I will do my best to beat him. Alright, guess we'll get a swamp. So I assume that means he's drawn lands, or else why would he be thinning his deck? Ooh, I like that. Let's go ahead and plus, or let's duress first. See what he's working with. We know he's got those cards in hand. He's probably got to cast out in response and get Gideon. I mean, Lyra Dawnbringer next turn is going to be an issue. Yeah, I mean, we don't get a use out of our Gideon, but... Yeah, Lyra is going to be an issue. Alright, taking the Teferi. Gotta smash him for 6. But Lyra's coming down. Got a few ways to deal with a Lyra here. Maybe we can draw one. That's not one of them. Alright. I guess he can't really attack. That's the good news. I mean, I guess this Field of Ruin play also just makes sense when he wants to get rid of our if near deadlands. Alright, let's play our land. That way we can play a 5-drop. Should we draw one? So we can basically put him to 5 by sacking a guy, but not that good. Gains 4, takes 9. We don't know any cards in his hand at this point. Alright, well, I'll continue playing creatures, especially scrap heaps. So he's got a counterspell, because he's thinking. Probably a Syncopate here. That looks like a Syncopate. It's better him syncopating that than a Fragmentize or a Cast Out or Angel of Sanctions. Alright, let's do it. What you got, bro? Alright, Glimmer of Genius. You get there? One top, one bottom. So he drew a counterspell because he has to put anything but counterspells on the top or on the bottom. I guess we just have to play our tap land here. Various scenarios with Syncopate and stuff where we just need to have a extra mana. He's thinking about doing something. Maybe he's just thinking about attacking. But that must mean he has something, because he's like losing that race pretty hard if he attacks. Alright, he's gonna attack. So he's probably got like a Settle the Wreckage or something. So let's go ahead and attack with just like 2 guys or something. Problem is, we kind of need to attack with 3 guys because he can just trade 2 guys attacking for 1 guy attacking like all day. Because he just takes 6. He's gaining 5, taking 6 a turn, doing 5 to us. So we have to attack with 3 guys, unfortunately. To even make him use the Settle the Wreckage. I guess if we have this Toolcraft Exemplar, we kind of want to keep Scrap Heap Scrounger so that we're at least attacking for 6 next turn. So I guess we got to get rid of all these guys, which isn't great. But yeah, if we don't do this, then I think he won't use the Settle the Wreckage, which he surely has. Yeah. No. Gear Hulk. Okay, well, that's similarly bad. Wouldn't expect the deck with Syncopate necessarily be playing Gear Hulk. I don't think we're winning this one. I think we're going the old 1-4 in this league. It's going down to 8. Sure, he's getting in for 5. Yep, getting in with that guy too. I guess we're chump blocking because that just makes the Angel single-handedly lethal next turn. But it's pretty bad. Saw some standard in GP Birmingham, lots of red-black vehicles. We don't have anything exiled with Karn, right? Alright, let's go ahead and play Karn. We can hit a Fragmentize, like to Fragmentize and something else off the top. Yeah, he's just got a counterspell. Another Gear Hulk maybe? No. Alright, well, let's attack with 2 of these guys. Chump block with Toolcraft Exemplar, I guess. Yeah, they've seen lots of red in general. Settle the Wreckage. Or... pretty dead here. That's not obvious. I think this deck is a good match. This is actually the first time I've lost to Blue White. I think it is a good matchup. Well, I guess. Let's draw some cards. Not really sure what's getting us out of this, especially if we go to 1 life. Certainly not Heart of Kieran. Certainly not Toolcraft Exemplar. All right, well, 1-4 on the day with the deck. Not a great performance. We beat blue-white, lost to mono-green, lost to black-green, lost to Sultide, and lost to blue-white. But yeah, I'm undeterred. Yeah, I mean, he did have just answers every single time. It was unfortunate. I think kind of we just matched up poorly against what he was doing. Or like his hands matched up well against us and all of that. Yeah, I think the deck's still good. I went 6-3 in the PTQ yesterday with it, which is a fairly reasonable result. And yeah, 1-4 today, which is not great, but you're gonna have some of those. Yeah, I mean, I think it's not just like that you roll over them or anything, but I do think it's in general a good matchup. The blue-white matchup. I think I'm like 1-4 or 4-1 against it or something in lifetime. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for me today. I appreciate everybody who hung out for this standard league, and should be seeing you guys tomorrow. Thanks. And just one last plug. I do have a YouTube channel. I'm mainly posting my streams up to it, but I'm going to put some content up there that's not just streams. Like, I mean, it's going to be magic. So just search for IngressMTG on YouTube, and you can find me. And here on Twitch, if you're already subscribed, I would really appreciate, or not a subscribe. I'm not asking for subs on Twitch, but I would appreciate a follow on Twitch. So if you're not already following me and you enjoy some chill standard, then I'm your guy. So please give me that follow. And like I said, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.